Hi everyone, welcome to Team Ridemax Philippines TV. Today we're going to be shooting another new vlog that we have for all of you. Welcome to Team Ridemax Adventures. So what's the vlog all about? We're going to be telling you, or we're going to be showing you our rigs performing on different sides of the road. Right now we have a Toyota Hilux Vigo that we just set up that's ready for you guys. We're going to be driving it 400 kilometers down south to see how it performs along with other rigs. So where's the car? First of all, let me tell you where we're at. Right now, we are at the official Profender Service Center here in Manila. Welcome to 199 Offroad House. So folks, we're just about ready to go. The rig is here and we'll show you that in just a bit. Before anything else though, how about let's step inside the office and get to meet the man behind the action of 199 Offroad House. He is known as the Grandmaster of Off-Roading here in the Philippines. Folks, let's get to meet Uncle Ramon. Hi Uncle.
Hi Topi.
Good morning. Nice to meet you.
Same here.
Thank you for having us.
Well, it's my pleasure.
So this is 199 Offroad House.
Yes, it is.
Uncle, tell me the story though. How did we start with 199?
If you notice, the name of the company is based on the house number.
Oh.
In the early days when we started off-roading, a lot of my friends used to hang out here. And they often call it bahay ng mga off-roader. So when I decided to open the business, I decided to name it 199 Offroad House.
Galing, galing. And how many years has it been since then?
I officially opened the doors to the customers in 1997.
Yeah, it's been very wonderful. And what are the type of off-roaders who usually go here?
Usually, it's the people who are looking for something else for their rigs. Sometimes they have an old 4x4 that they cannot dispose anymore, or because of sentimental reasons, they wanna to give it a new life.
Yeah, there you go.
So they come to me, and then we map out.
Pretty nice indeed. We're talking about products and service now that you mentioned it. Tell me about the services. I know this is the official Profender Service Center. What about that, Uncle?
Well, prior to being appointed as the Profender Service Center, we are most popularly known as a shop that can fully customize 4x4. So whatever you need, we try to find a way either to build it in-house or try to job it out to friends also in the industry.
Kumpleto ang mga products and services natin, ano?
Yes, we offer fabrication because when we started kasi, hindi pa ganun kadami yung available na parts. So we had to do some research, we had to build our own, and to test it also.
It's really a lot of hands-on work nga naman, Uncle, ano?
Yeah, that's why in the show, we're always noted for locally built rigs.
Now, about Profender, so now that you mentioned that, you know, a lot of rigs here kasi they come in with some age nga naman, as you mentioned. Kung mga lumang Ridemax na suspension pieces, pwede rin siya ipa-service ulit dito? Ganun ba?
Definitely, definitely. That's why I credit the quality of the product, both with Ridemax and Profender, is because they started producing shocks for the 4x4 that is repairable and tunable.
Talagang when they say lifetime warranty, it really does go a long way.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the shocks is really for lifetime use na.
So regardless of how you use it, regardless of whatever product this may be, just send it to you, Uncle Ramon, and it's all ready.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just a matter lang of application and tuning.
That's right. And you know, it really depends on how the rigs are used. But at the end of the day, as long as it can be serviced here, not a problem.
You would be amazed of some of the shocks that came here. Really messed up.
Really? So nabubuhay pa ulit siya.
It may not look as great as when it was new, but definitely it will function just like new.
Right. So Uncle, we got to see the products and services of 199. Now let's talk about the car a little bit. Tell me about our rig. What do we have ready for us?
Okay, you guys mentioned overlanding, right? So basically you already have the Hilux. It's a very capable vehicle. We already modified the existing shocks and we added mud tires, which is also a prerequisite. You already have a 2-inch lift. And then we added the most important one, which is the winch.
The winch.
We installed it in the steel bumpers that you have right on.
That's absolutely right. The winch, as mentioned earlier, it's a big thing because sometimes di natin inaasahan the balahaw. It does happen. So that's what we're trying to avoid whenever we have the winch.
CamPop was actually introduced to us sometime 2003, and they even gave us a winch for testing in one of our races.
Cool.
And it performed well, and I'm happy with the product. It's really, really solid.
So hindi kami kakabahan sa CamPop.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about the roof rack, Uncle. We have that installed as well. What do we have new there?
Well, you have the new model of the ARB roof rack. They call it the base rack. And obviously, if you put a roof rack on, automatic na yung awning. You can probably put on a tent later on or in the future. But at least with the awning, you're already ready for the overlanding that you have planned.
True. You're somewhat ready, just a little bit of additionals, and it does go a long way.
Yeah. Hindi kayo bihado in this setup.
Absolutely right. So, well, again, thank you very much for setting that up for us. In a bit, though, we've talked about the car, but now, how about let's step out and let's take a look at the garage, and how about you show us the exact rig? Let's go?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, Uncle, this is the rig. Here it is, the 2012 Toyota Hilux. Tell me about the rig. What do we have set up here?
Okay, you already have the MCC bumper. Okay, so what we did was we mounted the come-up winch on it, and I'd like to say that it fitted beautifully.
Really?
We didn't
Perfect
have
fit
any
siya.
Perfect, yes.
Ilang weight capacity?
12,000 pounds.
And then, why do we have the rope here again?
You may think it's just an advertisement for the brand, but actually it's a safety rope that you have to hold on to when you're pulling the synthetic rope out or when you're putting it back in.
Exactly. Because it would be a big nightmare if you
if you get your hands inside.
We don't want that.
We don't want that.
So aside from that, Uncle, what else do we have going on here?
Well, we had to put on a base rack so that we can mount an awning, another component of overlanding, because this is the basic setup we need when you park and already enjoy your camping.
Right. So these two things, they go hand in hand, no?
Yes,
You can't put the awning without the base rack. But for the base rack, you could theoretically put more things on top, no?
Well, in the future, you can already add a tent if you want to be more adventurous and you want to stay longer.
Yeah.
So you can mount the tent on top of it.
Aside from the awning that you have.
Yes, and also some other cargos, other stuff.
Okay, pretty cool. All right, let's proceed with everything else, Uncle. How about the sides?
Well, you have the side protection, the side rail, and the step board. It's connected to the step board, so it prevents the car from hitting, the sides of the obstacle.
Yeah.
So you're well protected.
Especially when you're going off-road. Let's go to the back, Uncle. What do we have here?
Another feature that you really need is a rear bumper.
Yes.
And I'm glad about this MCC model is because you already have the side protection also for the corners. So when you're maneuvering in tight spots.
When you're backing into places.
Yes.
That's right.
So you have the checkered plate, so non-slip, tow hitch, mandatory also. You can pull whoever is behind you.
And then we also still have our trifold cover here.
Very important part also because it will keep your cargoes at the back dry and safe.
Yeah, there you go. Underneath, yes.
We had to modify or change
our
the
suspension.
Upper control arms to newer ones made by Profender to match the rehabilitated Ridemax monotube shocks. It's got a 10-step adjustment, so you can choose your compression to suit your taste. And we mounted new springs, Profender springs on front.
Right, so all of these should go hand in hand to wherever we're going. All right, so Uncle, last thing to talk about, the wheels. What do we have going on here?
Well, we have BFG tires, perfect for your overlanding event this weekend.
That's right.
And then they're mounted on pretty good KMC wheels. I can't ask for a better combination on that.
That's right. It does give the macho look, and it does give the proper performance that we would need for wherever and whenever we are going.
Yes, and it also allows you to see the high-end brake system that you have up front.
Which again does help. Aside from obvious reasons, why would an upgrade for the brakes be important when you go off-road?
Because the way you would look at it, the car is already heavily laden. And if you're traveling at the highway, you need more stopping power.
True.
So the brakes will come into play in that.
So Uncle Ramon, thanks for giving us the tour and thanks for helping us out with the Hilux. Before we let you go though, and before we go on our way, Uncle, how about you give us some tips as to how we prepare for this adventure?
That's a good one. First and foremost, you have to test all of the equipment that you have so that you'll be familiar with them, both in operation and how they will function.
Okay.
Second, which I feel important, is you have to know how to play with the tire pressure.
Is it overinflating or underinflating? What's the usual way to go?
Usually it's underinflating.
Okay.
Usually it's underinflating.
And this is for traction, no?
For traction and, to follow the contours of the...
Yes.
And the third, and I think really important, is don't just go into an obstacle right away. If you're not sure what to do or you didn't have the experience to have done it before, don't be afraid to step down or have your buddy go down and check it out. And try to map out an area where you can safely pass. Because if you go blindly, you probably ended up doing unwanted struggle and destroying your equipment.
True. Better safe than sorry unless you want to buy more parts. So ladies and gentlemen, we are just about ready to go and I am excited to get this rig on the road. In the meantime though, we are ahead of schedule and our adventure is just a few days ahead. And so that means that I have to take this car home and get familiar with everything about it, just as what Uncle Ramon had said. So time for me to go home and time for us to get ready for our adventure. And before anything else, camera, roll the montage.